guys, welcome back. So I'm actually in a bit of a rush because the sun is busy setting and I want to capture as much as possible with regards to the experiment that I want to do. So it's actually one of the guys that I've actually been training. He wants to look and see what his options with regards to, taking a pressure washer with him to a customer, and what his options with regards to if there's no water, what sort of machine does he need to get. And I know for a fact I did it once, and I did it by accident, where I actually took this retail-based pressure cleaner. This is the Schultz, which is available only at Checkers Hyper. Entry-level machine. I really love it because it really does work. However, what I did one day was I just took a hose pipe, as you guys can see, there's it there. And I attached, obviously this plugs into the back of the pressure cleaner. This will then go into a bucket. And I just sprayed it, and it siphoned water. Now I know many of these machines, you need to either get a specific type of siphon pipe, or some of them just don't have that capability to pull water continually. And the thing is, pressure cleaners, they need ideally, the ideal setup is that there should be a constant flow of water running or being pushed into the pressure cleaner, and the pressure cleaner will then take that water and then obviously use its motor to push it out even harder based off the pressure that it's able to generate. Can I take this retail-based pressure cleaner, put this on, put this into a bucket of water? The bucket has 10 liters of water. I'm going to rinse the car. I'm going to see how well it rinses off. I'm going to foam up the car with the foam can. I'm going to see how good of a job does it do with that. And then I'm going to rinse the car down again. And I want to see how much of the 10 liters of water did it use, and do it continually. So quite a nice exercise. I don't know if I'm going to break this machine, but this machine is really just parking off here at my house. So whether or not it breaks, it really doesn't faze me, but I'd really like to see, can this be done? All right, so I'm not too sure how long the hose pipe should be. So this is about what? Let's see. It's about 3 meters, more or less, maybe 2.5. What did I ever see? I had to get the metal fitting of this end piece here. This keeps the actual hose pipe staying at the bottom. Otherwise, when it sucks up, my understanding is it's going to want to jump. So the heavier the object, the better it is to stay down at the bottom. Or use, if you're able to get the lid that actually has maybe a rubber grommet that you push the hose pipe through, and it keeps it down there at the bottom irrespective of what happens with the pressure. Okay, so everything is set up. Quickly put the let me quickly get the pressure cleaner or the gun. Okay, so I see what happened there. You guys heard that, eh? It needed to prime and pull the water all the way through. So I don't know how good that is for the actual motor. But let me quickly show you guys how much water is inside here. And you can actually see when we're done how much it used. Let me quickly take you off, put you on. Get some manual focus. It's okay. I'll just focus manually. That is Ollie. It doesn't look like it, but there's about 10 liters there. So yeah. will say though, the motor does sound slightly different. Okay, I've used a fair bit of water. All right, this is the test. I want to see if it foams up. Normally should, because it feels normal. Very nice. However, I think I've used up most of the water. See something. Okay, let's quickly bring you guys in and we can have a look and see what's going on. Okay, so the foam, it foamed up normally, like it would if it was just water being fed into the pressure cleaner. You can see the shampoo is busy eating up all the dirt, or loosening it up at least. So I don't want to, I really don't want to, you guys can see how much is left. I don't want to hurt the motor and have it suck in unnecessary air. So it went through 10 liters quite quickly. There's about, I reckon, about 2 liters. So I think perhaps to rinse the car down properly, foam it up, rinse it down again. 20 liters might be the optimum amount of water that's needed. Hey guys, so my curiosity got a bit of me. I went and filled up the bucket of water. So there's a full 20 liters. I'm going to rinse the car down, foam it up again, and then rinse it down again. I want to see how much water is left. All right. And I need to move a little bit quickly because the sun is setting now. And I don't want the picture quality to go. You can see exactly what it looks like. Oh yeah, let's actually have a look and see how much water is left. So we rinsed the car down and then we foamed it up. that is about maybe 4 liters of water. Yeah, I would think sufficient water, or the sufficient quantity of water, if you're going to utilize your pressure cleaner in this manner, might be about 25-30 liters, because remember, you still want to clean off your wheels instead of the wheel wells, all 4. Rinse the car nicely. So I think 30 liters, that might be the bare minimum, and this is a medium-sized car. I think if it was maybe the Corsa, it would have been a little bit different. I mean, something as big as the SUV there, which is much bigger than this car, will need to use a little bit more water. But I think, yeah, 35 liters of water is sufficient for a medium-sized car to do your wheels, rinse the car down, foam it up, rinse it back down again. And that is being very conservative, not, you know, spending too much, like an overtly a long time on the wheels, on the bonnet, whatever. It's like just to rinse off and get off whatever superficial dirt is on the car. A lot of people are actually liking the idea of just foaming up the car and then rinsing it, instead of rinse, foam, wash, rinse again. I prefer generally just to give a quick rinse, then foam up the car, then do my contact wash, and then rinse off. And the reason for doing it that way is that the foaming of the car, or snow foaming of the car, does 2 things. 1, it starts to break down or loosen at least the dirt, so that when I come with a contact wash, that I'm not scrubbing too much. 2, it also starts the process of providing sufficient lubrication, so that I don't have the washing medium drag too much over the surface of the car. Obviously, if the car has a coating on, or has a very strong wax or very strong sealant, that helps a lot, because the protection will also assist with that slickness to allow you to clean the car without having to scrub too much. So yeah, let me quickly just rinse as much as possible before I see it gets too low there, and then we'll do one last check-in. You know what I'm going to do, and I shouldn't actually be doing this, is I'm going to run it till the water runs out, and I'll actually hear the pressure motor is going to whine, and it's going to prime the whole time, so we'll know that the water's finished. There we go. That was not a good thing. I could hear the motor even started to sound funny. So I don't know if that was like a safety to kind of just switch it off so it doesn't burn out anything. So I've done one half of the car, and my assumption was correct. So about 4 liters is sufficient to rinse off about half, more or less, of the car. So theoretically, just using rough numbers, you guys, 8 liters of water is like the bare minimum to rinse the car down, and then perhaps another 4 liters to foam up the car. Then, so what's that? That makes it 12. Nah, it's about 6. Yeah, it's about 6 liters, because it definitely didn't use as much as just rinsing off. So 8 liters to rinse the car, 6 liters to foam up the car, and then that leaves us with a deficit of, so 8 plus 6 is 14. And that leaves us with it having gone over, or me being short by 2 liters. So if I had two more liters of water, I could have probably gotten around to rinsing off the second half of the car, the other half of the car, and then we could have been done with it. So nice quick experiment. Let me know what you guys think. Would you, has this perhaps given you an insight in terms of what you guys can do for those of you that are mobile, for those of you that don't perhaps have, you know, the what's the word? You don't have the means to wash your car, where perhaps if you stay in a complex and where you're staying, you can't, where your car is parked, you cannot wash your car there. Perhaps there's another designated area around the corner. I know with my previous complex, we had like a visitor's parking, which was on the far end of the complex. If you wanted to, you could go wash your car there, but you couldn't wash the car in the parking area. So this would have worked perfectly. The only thing is power. So I didn't still think of all of this when I was still staying in the complex. This was a while ago. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you be interested in something like this? Has this provided some form of assistance with you guys with regards to the possibility for those of you that are mobile or that need some type of solution in terms of not having free-flowing water to utilize your pressure cleaner? Did this give you an insight in terms of what you guys can do? I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, if you have a Bennett reed, let me know if you guys have done something like this. I know the Karcher, they have a specific siphon pipe that you need to buy that allows you to do that. I don't know if you can do that with like a Karcher K2, 3, and 4. I know when I was at the one macro store, we were busy with a promotion, the gentleman used the Karcher K5. So I don't know if that is only for the Karcher K5 and K7 and the other units underneath it can't, or perhaps you can, but you just need to get that specific siphon pipe that's unique to Karcher fitments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section below. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already done so, please consider clicking the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Wow, that was a bit of a tongue twister. And if you haven't already done so, consider clicking the bell notification that we won't miss any of my future uploads. And as always, guys, and most importantly to you and your loved ones, please stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.